Caloocan shuts down a resort for operating against the government's quarantine protocols. COVID-19 cases in the country surged to over 1.1 million, with over 7,000 new cases today. Vice President Robredo expresses concern over the use of COVID-19 vaccines without emergency use approval. And athletes supported by the MVP Group pay tribute to their moms as the world celebrates Mother's Day. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories that we're watching now. I'm Charles Lejano. A resort in Caloocan City is ordered closed as it continued operations even while Metro Manila remains under modified ECQ. More than 1,000 people, including children, beat the summer heat in Gubat sa syudad in North Caloocan. As early as 6 in the morning, the resort was already at full capacity. People crowded the swimming pool and did not observe health protocols. They said they paid 250 pesos per person and 200 per child, and by 4 p.m., barangay officials and police personnel suspended the resort's operations. A News 5 cameraman was injured in the scuffle that followed. And Caloocan City Mayor Oscar Malapitan said the resort's business license will be revoked. The management and all the people who violated the protocol will also face charges. Vice President Robredo says using COVID-19 vaccines without emergency use approval only undermines local regulators. Robredo said using jabs without an EUA could harm the efforts of the Food and Drug Administration. We're tasked to ensure that vaccines coming into the country undergo rigorous assessment. Her remarks came after President Duterte was inoculated with Sinopharm last week despite no EUA from the FDA.
Kailangan maging maingat tayo sa kasi alba kung public official ako, nagpaturok ako, tapos pinahayag ko yun in public, parang in a way promotion yun, di ba? In a way pinopromote mo pinopromote mo yung klase ng bakunang tinurok sa'yo. Tapos kung yung pinopromote mo walang EUA, mahirap yun. Kasi parang mockery yun ng existing na regulatory agencies natin.
On the other hand, Robredo says she will get vaccinated once supplies are sufficient, but will wait for her turn to ensure that those who urgently need it would get it first.
Alam ko naman na pwede na ako magpabakuna, pero gusto ko lang siguruhin na wala ako maaagawan na iba. Wala ako maaagawan na iba na dapat mas nauna sa akin.
The Health Department logs more than 7,000 new COVID-19 cases over the past 24 hours. This brings the country's total caseload to 1.1 million, some 61,000 of which are still undergoing treatment. More than 9,000 COVID patients have recovered overnight, while 204 died from the disease. The country's COVID-19 death toll now stands at nearly 18,500. A company in the U.S. launches the Moms Deserve More Flower store, an online campaign highlighting the true value of a mother's work. Let's watch this video from Bloomberg.
Look, we've been celebrating Mother's Day for 107 years, but this year's different. And we say, keep the flowers, keep our card. What we need is to value mother's labor. We're tired of working for free. We're tired of being America's social safety net. And so give us the things that we need. Value our unpaid labor. Give us affordable childcare. Give us paid leave. Give us support for our mental health stress. And so we created a Moms Deserve More flower store to call attention to the things that that moms are facing today.
Okay, so for the biggest bouquet that's available on your website is $800 billion, and that's for the unpaid work bouquet. That's a pretty big number. Walk us through how you got that number. Unpack it for us.
So $800 billion is a stat that Oxfam came up with this week, and that was the total value of income that mothers across the globe lost because of the COVID-19 pandemic and having to either lose their job or to stay at home to do unpaid labor.
The Biden administration last week introduced its American Families Plan. Do you think this plan addresses some of the issues, investing in childcare, for instance, paid family leave, in a meaningful way?
Look, it's a start, and I think if we put America's families first, we put America first. And so we're, pre-K education, something that we need, paid sick days, affordable childcare. I'm the daughter of refugees, and I was a latchkey kid because my parents couldn't afford the $50, a week for childcare. And so many moms, our labor market participation is back where it was in 1989. We lost, 30 years of progress in 9 months. And so we have to fix the social, the structure. But what I would argue is that we need more than legislation. We need a national reckoning, right? That is basically providing the value for so much of our unpaid labor. Here's the thing, Scarlett. When we think about why we don't have gender parity in the workplace, it's not because we need another mentor or another sponsor. It's because we're doing 86% of the unpaid labor at home. And so we don't have the energy or the time to raise our hand for that promotion. And we just have not valued this work in America. And it is distinctly an American problem. Right. $26 billion that we're going to spend on Mother's Day, $26 billion on cards and flowers. I think that this Mother's Day, we need to rethink motherhood. We need to think about all the dreams, all the resources.
So I want to ask you, because obviously the online flower campaign is a very effective campaign, but I'm curious as to what the long-term strategy is here for parts of the Marshall Plan for Moms to come to fruition. Is there a blueprint for a social movement of the size that you're talking about? Do you look at, say, the 20-year battle to achieve marriage equality as a successful case study here?
I do. Look, I think that we're building a national movement to put moms at the center of recovery. I want to shorten the economic recovery for mothers. And this is a plan to do that. And that includes passing legislation. It includes changing social norms. And it includes, working with the private sector or pushing the private sector to make sure that when we invite mothers back to work, that they don't face the motherhood penalty, that we can actually thrive. We have to reimagine motherhood in America today. We're going to do that with the Marshall Plan for Moms.
Let's now take a look at more Mother's Day stories. De La Salle University has set up a community pantry to celebrate Mother's Day. According to alumni, faculty, and staff of the university who organized the community pantry, over 300 mothers lined up earlier today to receive rice and vegetables, as well as food packs from some restaurants along Taft Avenue. Over in Barangay 56 in Tondo, Manila, the celebration of Mother's Day came in the form of cakes in a cup. The mini cakes were distributed to mothers, while some food items were also given to senior citizens. The project was organized by the barangay and the Abad Santos Police Station. And the MVP group honors the moms of their sponsored athletes this Mother's Day. Olympian weightlifter Heidelin Diaz said she learned to be thrifty since childhood, but did not let her humble background stop her from pursuing her goals. While setter Ria de Mocolangan said her mom taught her to always do her best. MVP Group Head of Sports, Jude Trucato, said parents have always been there to encourage Filipino athletes and ensure they are in the right mindset during trainings and competitions. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We're One News.